Alright, what's up everybody? My name is Jimmy Brooks. Thanks for stopping into the channel. This is the 2021 CRF300L Honda. So, if you haven't seen my dirt video on this bike, the full review of it on my usual trails there and up there, definitely check that out. That is a very good first impression. That is a first ride. That is my first impressions of the bike from 0 miles. I mean, I think I had 9 miles on it and then I had it on the dirt here. So we're going to do a city test today as testing it as a commuter bike. So let's see how well it does on the road here. Ooh, I'm actually on the job right now. Got a little late work here. I think there's a lot of torque, man. I'm sliding around. Alright. Oh man, a lot of traffic. I got a late call from work. I mentioned this a long time ago on my channel, but I'm what you call a courier. When a house is sold, there's a big stack of papers that can't be emailed. It has to be delivered by hand, kind of like a subpoena, but not that. So that's where I come in, and I got to pick up a couple documents today to drop off on Monday. So we're gonna go do that on the bike since I was already at home with my bike and stuff. Holy moly, there's not a lot of gaps here, is there? I'm just gonna yeet right in front of this GMC here. Here we go. Alrighty. So that is something that, you know, the XT250 that I owned previously could not do very well. Merge into traffic. All that traffic was flowing at about 50 miles an hour, and this bike has enough torque and power, you don't even have to wring it out to get up to speed in traffic, and that is lovely. It also has a slipper clutch, which makes these downshifts super buttery, super crisp and smooth. For a street bike, this would be a very easy first street bike for like a tall person. Dirt is a different story. This bike is a little gnarlier than my other bike in the dirt, but yeah, I like the street manners of this bike, so we're gonna give that a go. Should I squeeze here? What do you think? I think I might squeeze here. Bet you we could beat this guy off the line here. Like most dual sports, this bike is nice and skinny, and you know, the only thing that's wide on it is the mirrors and this bulge for the radiator. But it is skinnier than most, and it's pretty easy to lane filter like that if you know, your state allows for it and whatnot. But man, on the street, I'm really liking this bike so far. It's got some short gearing. I mean, I'm cruising in 5th at 42, and that's like right in the power band. Like, I can even shift into, watch, 6th, and it's happy at 44, you know, 40-ish miles an hour. It's happy in 6th gear. That is some short gearing. But what that does is make it, you know, really fun, kind of like a little two-wheeled Miata on the street. Those 1 through 5 gears are really short, and it just makes it really aggressive. And you know, you hear that slipper clutch? Well, you can't physically hear the slipper clutch, but it's just like, oh, it makes me feel like a downshifting god. Here, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Like, it just, before you know it, you're in 6th gear. Alright, this is gonna be golden. This is gonna be golden. Look at that spot right there. Oh yeah, look at that front of the line, baby. And then you could just... See, I'm not even bringing it up to like 7,000 RPM, and I heard on the old bike, like, the power didn't even really start until 7,000 RPM. So this has a lot more usable mid-range in there, kind of like the XSR, like a naked bike. This bike is also a couple inches taller than my XT, so it gives you a nice commanding view of the road, this nice upright seating position. I just feel I feel quite safe on this bike. I don't feel like, I feel like there's not a lot that this couldn't handle. I could go on the dirt if I needed to. And, oh, the only thing, you know what, that reminds me, these brakes are no bueno. I was really expecting it to have better brakes than my 10-year-old bike, and it does not. They're pretty weak. But other than that, everything's pretty, you know, above my expectations. And then you have 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. See, I don't really like downshifting all the way to 2nd gear like that, like rev matching downshifting on the XSR. It's pretty tough to get it that smooth. And on this, it's nothing. And also, not to mention that that's the lightest clutch pull in the universe. The lightest clutch I've ever felt. Mirrors are pretty big. They're kind of a cool shape. I like them. That dash is quite lovely. That's a lot more information than I'm used to. Oh my gosh, I'm out of gas. I just realized that. We're gonna have to go to the gas station here. But I love how it gives you a gear indicator. You got the miles per hour. You got the rev counter. I mean, you got everything you need here. And these short gearing, man, just goes from 0 to 40 really quick. That's really nice. Lovely. And just, oh god, dude, those downshifts. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. You know, I wouldn't take this car on the freeway. I wouldn't take this bike on the freeway. I went one exit and I'm like, nope, that's not for me. I like more power and longer gearing if I'm going to take a bike on a California freeway. But, you know what? In the city, if you're not in such a, you know, rural or suburban area, even just like traversing the city streets, I do like my XSR a little better, but I mean, I don't know if I like any bike better than that for the city. That thing is, you feel like a boss, you feel like a beast on that thing. But this is a close second out of all the bikes I've ridden. It's nice. It's really easy, really friendly in the city. This could be some good transportation for someone who has $5,000. And all of this is all just like half throttle too. Like, I'm not really giving it the beans or revving it out by any means. I'm still breaking the bike in. And it just, you know, I mean, look at all them. Look at all them back there. Left. Dusted, son. By a little 300. So, wrapping up this video here, I would definitely say I like the CRF300L for commuting in the city at speeds below 60 miles an hour. From 0 to 40, it's really quick, you know, it gets the job done for sure. Now, on the highway, on California, SoCal freeways, I didn't like it at all. You know, I could stand to be on there for like an exit or two, but, you know, everyone goes 80 here, like on the freeways, and it's spinning 7,000 RPM at 70 miles an hour, so I don't know, it just doesn't seem like that's where it wants to be. My XSR spins like 5,000 RPM at 70 miles an hour. That's a little bit better, but, you know, still not as smooth as like, you know, car or like Harley or Goldwing status. But anywho, it's okay on the highway. It can be done. I wouldn't commute there for it, but if you live in a city, you can definitely get that done. And obviously here in the dirt, that's where it belongs. It's geared, this 2021, the CRF300L has gone a little more towards the dirt orientation. You know, I like how they included a, you know, decent front knobby there. You have good tires now, and the suspension still is soft, but, you know, I really like it on the dirt. It is more of like a, honestly, like it's a very small adventure-y like bike. It's a very dirt capable little adventure bike, if you will. The rally even more, I'm sure. So that's what I would use it for. I don't know, I think there's better commuter bikes out there, you know, MT-07, you know, even something with a windshield versus 650. Just, yeah, I think a little more power on the street would be good. But not to ramble on here, that's going to be it for this video. That's my city commute. I'll be having another video out of this bike shortly, testing it in other ways. So be sure to subscribe and look out for those, and I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.